I just found out my husband has a dating app. Tinder. He's been scrolling around looking for girls to hang out with, but I didn't let him know that I found out. I decided to get a bit of a revenge. So what I did, some people might say, hey, that's a little too far, but I don't think it was, because then I caught him red-handed with one of his Tinder dates, and I did this.
So I'm just gonna open up to you guys with a question here. Am I the a-hole for seeking revenge on my cheating husband by doing the same thing to him? But now let's jump into the background, because this one is a long, woozy story. Here we go. This whole situation has turned my life upside down, and I honestly don't know if I'm in the wrong or what. Here's the story, guys. My husband, 34 male, and I, 29 female, have been married for 4 wonderful years, or so I thought. Everything was picture perfect until about 2 weeks ago, when we were enjoying a quiet dinner at home, and I caught a glimpse of his phone and saw the Tinder app. Of course. It's a dating app if nobody knows what it is. My heart stopped. When I asked to see his phone, he quickly brushed it off, saying, "Oh, that's not what it was, honey." He refused to show me and would not even say why he had the app. I was visibly upset, but he did not say a word about it for the rest of dinner. I spent the rest of the evening cleaning dishes, trying to hold back my tears, knowing that I had no proof of anything. Yet. I decided I needed to do some digging to confirm my suspicions. The following days were a living nightmare. I noticed my husband becoming more and more distant. The man who used to send me love texts during the day now seemed glued to his phone, laughing at private jokes that he would never share with me. Our conversations became shallow, and our intimate moments were rare. He started working these late hours and going out with, quote, friends on the weekends. I could not shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong, red flag after red flag, but I did not know what. One night, I found myself alone in the shower, crying uncontrollably. The wild thoughts just racing in my head, and they were tearing me apart. Was it true? Was he really cheating on me? And if so, why? We've been so happy together. Well, days turned to weeks, and I started to snoop. I checked his phone while he was asleep, looked through the emails, and even followed him a few times, but I found nothing. It's like he became a master of hiding whatever he was doing. I tried confronting him again, but the Tinder app and his reaction and stuff, I don't know, his recent behavior, he blew up at me, accusing me of not trusting him and violating his privacy. He said he felt suffocated now and just needed space. I'm at a loss. I feel guilty for snooping, but my instincts tell me something is horribly wrong. I'm losing my husband and I don't know what to do. I still don't have concrete evidence or proof, but I know I'm not going crazy. Guys, I'll update you if I find out anything. If you guys have any advice what you would do, or maybe you see a red flag that I'm not seeing, please drop it down below in the comment section. What's up, everybody? Mr. Reddito here. So today's story is that of a drama, but it's going to have a little bit of a twist to it. There's 3 updates, and I found every single juicy detail of what exactly is going on with the husband in the Tinder app. Update number 1, and guys, don't forget to subscribe to the new channel, Mr. Reddito's Revenge. Check down below and make sure you're subscribed to this revenge channel of Mr. Reddito's for daily revenge stories. And here is your update. I'm back with another update on my previous post, and things have taken a shocking and painful turn. 4 months after my original post, my suspicions continued to grow, gnawing at me day by day. My husband was still distant, secretive, and dismissive of my concerns, and the love and trust that we'd built seemed to be eroding away. One night, he told me he was going out with friends to a bar. I could not shake the feeling that something was off, so I did the unthinkable. I followed him. I used this little apping thing on his phone to track him, and I waited until they were far enough ahead and then trailed behind them to the bar. My heart was pounding and the guilt was eating at me. I parked a distance away, and through tear-filled eyes, I saw my husband and his friends meet up with a group of girls. What I saw next will haunt me forever. My husband, the man I've devoted years of my life to, wrapped his arm around one of the girls and kissed her with nothing more but passion. A kiss that told me that they've been together for some time. I broke down in my vehicle, feeling as if my world had fallen apart, and eventually I gathered myself and drove home with a sense of betrayal consuming me. When I arrived at my house, the house was empty, a silence that echoed the emptiness I felt inside, and I went to bed, but sleep was impossible. My mind was a whirlwind of pain, anger, and even dark thoughts started to seep in, and I had one word on my mind, and it was revenge. Hours later, I heard my husband come home. He tried to slip into bed quietly, not knowing I was wide awake. I laid there, feeling a mixture of disgust and sorrow, knowing that he thought I was oblivious to this betrayal. But I did not confront him, I held it in. I did not act on the dark thoughts that were flooding in my mind. I won't even share some of them. Instead, I lay there pondering on what to do next and how to make him pay for tearing my world apart. I'm still at a loss. The love of my life has become a stranger, and I'm filled with a desire to make him feel what he's done to me. I should have listened to your comments from my original post. I should have listened to each one of you that said he was cheating, no doubt about it, and to leave this loser. I'll keep you updated on what happens next. Your continued thoughts and support mean the world to me. Update number 2. 3 months have passed. Hey guys, it's been about 3 months since I've discovered my husband's betrayal, and pain and anger and desire for revenge continues to eat at me. I'm sorry that I've taken so long to update you, but I feel like a hollow shell of my former self, haunted by the image of my husband's kiss with another woman. I finally snapped. I downloaded Tinder. I did it myself. And I didn't stop there. I downloaded Hinge, another dating app, and accepted matches from every guy I thought was cute. It was wild. Desperate attempt to reclaim some semblance of control over my shattered life. I was driven by an intense need to just make my husband feel the pain that he had inflicted on me. After narrowing down my matches, I found him. I found the guy I wanted to meet. He was attractive, charming, and most importantly, he was someone I knew would be, helpful to my revenge. At first, I only downloaded the dating apps in hopes that my husband would run across my profile. But I got attracted to this new guy way before that happened, so we met up for a movie. A date that was unlike anything I'd experienced since I was a young woman. The thrill, the excitement, the guilt, all these emotions were swirling inside me, and I loved it. After the movie, in a fit of passion, I took a picture of us making out, and then I did it. I had sex with him in his truck. It was intense, and fueled by a rage I had not known I possessed. I returned home that night with my heart pounding, my mind racing, and my husband was there curious, asking where I'd been. If only he knew. I confronted him. I told him about the cheating, about how I knew everything, and about the nights that he spent with her. I showed him the picture, my face flushed with anger and my voice shaking with emotion. Then I told him about the man I've met from Tinder, and about the sex, the betrayal. I had committed to match his own. His reaction was absolutely explosive. First he cried. His face was crumpled in disbelief and pain. But that quickly turned into rage unlike anything I've ever seen. He attacked me, his face contorted with anger and his hands grabbed around my neck. I ran out of the house with my body trembling and my mind was in chaos and called the police. They arrested him that night. I had marks all over me, and I had the house to myself to pack up my belongings. The realization hit me and I was going to have to file for divorce. The weight of the situation pressed down on me, leaving me stressed out and depressed, and my world has crumbled. and I'm standing in the ruins, unsure of what to do next. The revenge I thought would bring me a bit of satisfaction, it has only deepened my pain. The house is empty, my heart is broken, and I'm left to pick up the pieces of a life shattered by betrayal and revenge. Edit. Wow. I never expected this to blow up the way that it has. The sheer number of responses, messages, support from all of you is so overwhelming. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who reached out to me and shared your thoughts, and yes, I'm safe. Thank you for asking, and you also offered support. Your kindness has been a beacon of hope in one of the darkest times of my life. I will update you again one final time. Update number 3. The final update before the comments. My divorce from my husband is final. 2 months after my life took a dark turn, and an unexpected turn that night when he laid his hands on me. The papers have been signed, and a void filled with anger and relief and even shame has replaced the love that once thrived in our relationship. In the aftermath of his arrest for domestic violence and subsequent legal consequences, I'm haunted by guilt and even a bit of doubt. He attended mandatory anger management classes, but I can't escape the feeling that I have become what I despise by seeking revenge. And I ask you guys, am I the a-hole for getting back at my husband in a way that I did? The question weighs heavily on me, though forgiveness seems impossible. I'm moving on. And in the midst of the chaos, something beautiful and unexpected has emerged. Do you guys remember the guy I matched with on Tinder that I initially just sought out for some petty revenge? Well, it's actually blossomed into supportive and joyful presence of my life. We laugh, we share interest and connect in ways that surprise me, and I loved having fun in the back of his pickup truck. He learned about my marriage, what we both had done, and stood by my side instead of judging me. I have moments filled with regret, anger, and even tears, but here's, well, someone new, and he's there for me, holding my hand and reminding me of strength and my right to happiness. A spark of hope for a new future glows within me, a future where I can rebuild, find love, and even leave the pain behind. You know, life twists and turns, and it leads me down unforeseen paths. But I can't change the past. I'm embracing the future armed with a new understanding of myself. Guys, thank you so much. I love you all. What's up, everybody? So, Mr. Reddito here. We're going to jump into 4 comments. Some of the comments were very, very popular, and some of the comments were complete opposite. Everyone was like, what are you thinking? So I want to know, in your opinion, which one of these 4 comments you agree with the most. Let's jump into comment number 1. Wow, this story actually pretty much hit me hard. Honestly, I think the husband is the real a-hole here. Cheating on your spouse is inexcusable, and while OP's revenge might not have been the best decision, it was a reaction to a deep betrayal. Her pain was palpable, and I can't blame her for waiting to hurt him back. Team OP all the way. Comment number 2. Everyone sucks here. I mean, come on. What are you guys talking about? Let's be honest. Yeah, the husband cheated, and that's terrible, whatever. But OP's revenge was just as bad, if not worse. 2 wrongs don't make a right, and I think they both lost their way and their mind. It's a messy situation with no real winner. Comment number 3. I'm going to go against the grain here and say that OP is the a-hole. Yeah, revenge is not the answer, and she stooped to his level by doing what she did, and I do understand the pain she felt, but there were other ways to handle this. What she did was premeditated and just straight up deceitful. I would never want to be with her. Comment number 4. This is a tough one, but I have to say the husband is the main a-hole, obviously, right? And the legal system agrees, given his arrest, and cheating is a betrayal of trust that's hard to come back from. And it set this entire tragic story in motion. However, I do think OP could have handled it differently. In the end, I'm glad she found somebody supportive, but the revenge was a misstep.
So we just checked out some of the comments. I do want to hear from you guys. which comment you would say that you agree with the most. In my personal opinion, I'm going to go with comment number 1, and I'll read it for you guys one more time. Wow, this really hit me hard. Honestly, I think the husband's the a-hole here. Cheating on your spouse is inexcusable, and while OP's revenge may not have been the best decision, it was a reaction to a deep betrayal. Her pain was palpable, and I can't blame her for wanting to hurt him back. Team OP, not the a-hole. Yeah, you could argue everyone sucks here because OP didn't just walk away from the situation, but I don't know. To me, she's not the a-hole. She didn't do it first. She just wanted a bit of petty revenge. Let me know your thoughts on it, guys. If you picked a different comment, tell me which one it was in the comment section down below. My name's Mr. Reddito. This is Mr. Reddito's Revenge channel, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story. If you want daily videos, you know what to do. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic day, and just remember, it's cool to be kind. See ya.